So thank you, Shelley, for giving me the opportunity to slide in late and still speak. I appreciate that. Um, Today has been an amazing day, and hopefully you hear something while I'm speaking that will make your day amazing as well. And yesterday when we were doing the breakout sessions, we called our table the honest table, right? Because we're going to keep it very honest about what is and what is not impacting your success. And something I talked about this morning on live stream was casting your nets and promoting yourself. And it's something that women struggle with. If you struggle with promoting yourself, raise your hand. You know, we struggle with bragging. We struggle with talking about our accolades. We struggle with talking about our accomplishments. We struggle with that. And I'm just going to be brutally honest with you that as long as you struggle with that, the world will struggle with paying you your worth because they don't know what you're worth because you won't articulate what you're worth. So you've got to get in the habit of the world is looking for your accolades. The world is looking for your accomplishments. The world is looking for you to say, hey, I'm great at what I do. And in the absence of you saying that, you're taking a pay cut. Whether it's in corporate America where you're not asking for a raise and me, I'm a former vice president at JP Morgan Chase. I left Chase a day before my 16th year anniversary. So in the corporate world, we thought that if we worked hard, right, people were going to see us working hard and they were going to give us an increase. They were going to give us a promotion. And that's not true. So if you don't take anything away from what I say today, I want you to write something down, and that's ask. A-S-K. That's ask, seek, knock. Ask, seek, knock. If you're not asking, if you're not seeking, and if you're not knocking on every door that comes within 50 feet of you, how in the world can you expect success? And that's just the truth of the matter. If you're not taking every opportunity to get in front of every potential customer or client, ball fear, ball procrastination, and bar perfection. And that's three things we struggle with. We struggle with fear. Oh, I'm scared what somebody gonna say. I'm scared how people are gonna perceive me. How many of you, and this is the honest room now. Repeat after me, honest. Honest. We'll be honest today, right? Because if you lie, you ain't lying to me, you're lying to yourself. I know what the truth is. How many of you have ever hesitated posting something on social media because you thought to yourself, I don't want anybody to think I'm posting too much? Raise your hand. That's a problem because the way the algorithms in social media work, if you post in the morning, one set of people are going to see it. If you post in the afternoon, another set of people are going to see it. If you post at night and even into the midnight hour, totally different people are going to see it. But I got even a better word for you. Any of those people you worried about saying something about you, have any of them contributed to your household bill situation lately? No, serious business, because we're worried about people saying something about us that have absolutely positively nothing to do with our financial success. These are not your clients saying, you post too much. These are people in the world that will never, possibly ever buy anything from you. And we're worried, carrying around in our heart and spirit what they say about us. You've got to stop. Because it's a detriment to your financial success. Ask, seek, knock. If I were to tell you guys that there's a way for you to get in front of 10, 20, 30, maybe even 100 times more people every week than you do right now, what would you say? No, you wouldn't. You ain't got the lot of kiki because I'm up here. How many of you would say yes? Raise your hand. No, I said you ain't got a lot of kick it. No. No. How many of you would do it? Raise your hand. And anybody that did not raise your hand, I guarantee, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go home today and question how bad you want success.
That's it. That's it.
Because if you can't raise your hand so I can double, triple, quadruple the amount of people that I'm in front of, and I can tell you right now that it does correspondingly double, triple, quadruple, and even 10 times the amount of money you make, because that's numbers. That's numbers. You get in front of more people, you make more money. That's the law of averages. That's just numbers. I really want you to seek your heart and do one or two things. Either change your answer till I'm willing to do whatever it takes, or quit being in business. Just go get a job. Just go get a job and be honest with the fact that you're not willing to do what it takes to make this business work.
Come on, sister.
And when I ask people all the time, and I'm talking about live stream, how many people I got right now on Facebook? How many people right now got on Periscope?
52, 25.
Okay. So by the time this is over with, I'll probably have a few hundred people over here, a few hundred people over here, and then I'm recording here, and it'll go out to a few hundred people. I was on this morning, I was on at midnight last night. I had 900 people on Periscope at midnight last night, waiting on my food to get done. I had the ability to hit one button and for free. I'm not even talking about nothing that cost you. I'm talking about for free. I hit one button and talked to 900 people while I'm waiting on my vegan fish sticks to get done. How many of you can hit a button and talk to that many people? I was on this morning, I talked to 1,900 people on Facebook, and I talked to another 1,000 something on Periscope before I even left to go to graduation ceremony. So before I even left my house, I talked to 3,000 people. And while I've been gone, people are still watching the videos. While I'm here with you, people are still watching the videos that I did yesterday and the day before. I can sit a video down and it have 1,000 views and go back to it and it have 4,000 and 5,000 views. If you're not willing to do the work that it takes to get your business in front of that many people, and I mean the right work, understanding how to make it work, and I'm gonna tell you this too, and this is the truth. You can go Google social media trends. Video is going nowhere. In the next 2 years, they say that 85 to 90% of all marketing, everything bought and sold, will be via video. Small business, medium business, knee-high to a grasshopper business, it don't matter. If you're selling it, it's going to be on video. So then here's the choice you make. For the people that didn't raise your hand and said, oh, I wouldn't do it, you either going to do it now and be a pioneer, or you're going to do it later and be a follower. Pioneers make way more money than followers. Ask Bill Gates. Ask Mark Zuckerberg. The first of the first to get out there are the ones you guys say, I want to build my teams. How you going to build your teams and you're only getting in front of 10 or 15 people a week at a networking event, if that? And Shelly Rice, by far, has hands down the best networking events anywhere. And give Shelly a round of applause, and that's the truth. Because she's got the only event where you're going to go in, everybody's going to get an opportunity to meet everybody. Everybody's going to get an opportunity to introduce themselves. She's literally pushing you to promote yourself and go connect with this person and go. Baby, most networking events you do good if you get a hot cup of coffee. I'm so serious. This is the only event in all of the networking events I've ever gone to in my life where I have connections from that event. I've handed out thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of business cards. How many of you have handed out a whole ton of it? I don't even get them made no more. I'm so serious. Why would I pay a printer for something that doesn't give me revenue? See, we've got to stop doing the things that people have told us make us successful in business when there's no return on that investment. You're telling me I got to have a business card, but in all my years, ain't nobody but Shelly Rice ever called me back from my business card. What I need a business card for? I not already met Shelly. That's over. Right? So how many of you have gotten calls back from business cards? The multitude of business cards that you hand out. You do because you got a service. It's a little bit different, but not the number probably that you should have. How many of you could say less than 10 calls back out of thousands of videos? That's a thrown off number for something that people are saying you have to be successful. And I told this story this morning too. We've got to start questioning what people say we have to have. And you even got to look and say, the person that's telling me I have to have that, is that what they're doing and how successful are they? I told the story this morning about the mother and the daughter and the grandmother and the pot roast, if you ever heard it. So the mother and daughter are cooking holiday meal, and the mother is cooking a pot roast, and she cuts the tip and the end off of the pot roast before she puts it in the pan. And her daughter says, "Why'd you do that?" She's like, "I don't know. That's just always what Mama did." So they were blessed to have generations still living. So they said, "Well, let's call the grandma and see why she did that." So they called Granny, like, "Granny, why do you cut the tip and the end off your pot roast before you cook it?" She said, "I always did it because my pan wasn't big enough." That's a word. You're doing things that may have been status quo in business 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Technology changes everything. And you're either going to get on board and learn it, or you're going to run the risk of going out of business. And I mean it. You cannot be a dinosaur in this day and age. Because what happened to dinosaurs? Anybody? They became extinct because they did not adapt. They didn't. And you're waiting on the person to your right to adapt, and you're waiting on the person to your left to adapt. You need to adapt yourself, and you need to adapt by any means necessary. So here's some things that, as an entrepreneur, and I want you to write these down, that you cannot afford not to do at this next level. Number one, you cannot afford to not be making money every single day. Money is too fluid. It's PayPal and Moonclerk and Stripe and all of these ways, cash, and all of these ways to get paid. If there's not some type of revenue coming into your business every single day, you need to look at yourself real hard in the mirror and ask yourself, is this a business or is it a hobby? Because hobbies, they just, whatever little money you make is okay. A business, I expect to make money every day. Do you think Walmart opens their doors every day with an expectation of taking a loss or making a profit?
Making a profit.
They expect to make money every single day. And if you don't, hard question is, are you in business? Number two, you must promote your business every single day. Kevin Hart is a millionaire. And he had a new movie come out this weekend. And he was on Facebook Live, Periscope, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, promoting like he was broke. And then somebody said, well, his movie wasn't even number one. Well, it made $12 million. Shelly, I don't know about you, but I can't remember the last weekend I made $12 million. I don't remember that then. I don't remember that. I was going to ask you about that, but when... Maybe we had too many shots, but I don't remember that. And if I can't remember the last weekend I made $12 million, then I've got to model the people who are doing it and making the money. Who am I to say I'm too scared when you got Kevin Hart making $12 or $13 million while he's in Hawaii filming another movie with somebody else? You can't say you don't have time. If Ayala Van Zandt has time to be on Facebook Live, you can't say you don't have time. If Oprah Jr., Ayala Van Zandt got time to be out there, you've got time. That's why I said we're going to have an honest conversation, because some of you are lying to yourself about what you really want. She said this was boot camp. I had to bring a hard message. Number three, you've got to learn daily. If I don't learn every day, Michelle, and I know you feel this way too, being a social media mogul, I feel behind. I feel behind. That's how quick the world is changing. That's how fast technology is moving. I was out of the loop 2 days, came back then and launched Periscope Producer. I'm like, what happened? Where was I at? 2 days. Updates are going in. All kinds of software changes are going in. Where are you? If you're still doing and running your business and getting leads and trying to grow your team and trying to grow your business the way you were a year ago today, You're behind on the times, and you will never catch me. You won't. Because I'm talking 3, 4, 5,000 people in the morning. And you know what? It didn't start like that. That's another story people tell. Oh, well, you always had a big following, not on live stream. No. Do you know where my following came from? Came from showing up every day. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And 2,500 videos later, I have a following. 2,500 videos later. 2, 3, 4, and sometimes 5 videos a day. And you say you don't have time. And at the time, I was a single parent, 3 kids, taking care of my aging mother. Oh, but you don't have time to be on live stream. But I can get on there 4, 5. And at the time, had multiple businesses making 6 figures. So it wasn't like I wasn't making money. It's just live streaming so much more. And it's so much easier. I had to make that 6 figures with, goodness gracious, 700, 800 phone calls. I used to talk to 15 to 20 women a day, every day, doing discovery calls. You remember that time, Charlotte? 15-minute sessions, 10 or 15 women, some days 20 women a day, to get maybe one woman to say yes. If you still doing business like that, you outside doing business. You still living in a house with an outhouse. That's how antiquated you are. And what's going to happen is, it's going to roll and roll and roll, and you're either going to be on the front end of it or you're going to be on the back end of it. But you got to be learning every day. Number 4. This is the hard part for us. This is the super hard part for us. You've got to sit at somebody's feet and learn. I've been sitting at Portia Chandler's feet for 3 years now. Portia has been my brand strategist for 3 years. I'm dual branded, so she get paid 2 times for 2 brands. Some of y'all don't invest any money in your business, or you go out there and you invest in this shiny, shiny, blinky, blinky, go make you some money overnight coaching program that never materializes anything. But here's the struggle for us. We put everybody else before we put ourselves. And in doing so, you're hurting everybody else and yourself. And I'm going to explain that. Because I was able to find some balance with me and my kids and my household and my mother, so that I could go out here and generate the level of revenue I'm generating right now, my household and my kids and my mother are in an entirely different place. I didn't want my kids to have to leave college with student loans. I didn't want my mom to keep working a job that was making her sick. And had I not taken and invested in knowledge and technology and the next level, and if you think tickets to the next level are free, you tripped out. Every level I've gotten to, I've paid. And some of you have seen me. You've seen me over the years, to the point that I've had almost 4, if not 5,000 clients this year. Sold out class after sold out class because of 2 phones and a computer. I'm the same me. I'm the same me. I just chose to get beyond my fears, not be afraid of, oh, I'm too fat for video. These are the stories I used to tell myself. Oh, I'm too fat for video. Oh, then I would go on with all these wigs on and have to get my whole wig situation straight. And then after a while, the more I hit the start broadcast button, the less I cared. I don't care. Let me take this wig off. I don't care. I did not come here to play with these folks. I came to slay. Girl. What did you come to do?
I want to slay too.
I want to take care of my family. I want to continue to be debt free.
Yes.
I want to continue to make money at the speed of light. And more importantly, I want to continue to serve my clients all over the globe in a way that's unprecedented. We in class, and I feel like I can reach out and touch Sonya. And before I met Sonya in person, I felt like I knew her. Before I met Julia, I felt what me and Julia, we go with, that don't count. But live stream will build relationships with people that you don't even know watching you.
Yeah.
Hello, stalker. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And it will build your brand in a way that nothing else I've seen in all my business life. And the hardest part is to get beyond, tell them Tiffany, to get beyond the, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? Oh my God, what are people going to say? Oh my God, nobody's going to come watch my videos. Oh my God, oh my God. And once you get past that, it gets better. And the more you do it, Tiffany laughing, the more you do it, the better it gets. And I want to put it in perspective because people look at my numbers and then they look at their numbers and they're like, well, nobody comes to my scopes. There's two things. Number one, if you get, so Tiffany, just say, what's the highest number you've ever had people in your video?
I think about 120.
Okay. The lowest number, the highest number she's ever had is 120.
But I'm new.
And she's brand new. Think about what all you'd have to do to get in front of 120 people in the next week. And she did it in an hour.
Yeah.
You got to keep those numbers relative. I showed them yesterday one Periscope where I had 3,600. This was just a couple days ago. 3,600 some people on just one phone. And then another 2,000 on another. Who gets in front of 5,000 people at 6:45 in the morning? All over the world. It's crazy. And for me to sit here and tell you, you got access to the same thing. I don't have any special software portals. I don't have anything extracurricular. I have a year's worth of knowledge on what you need to do once you hit that button. But hitting the button is free. It is free. And I want you to remember this conversation. I'll remember the day. Because it's the day I got my doctorate. October 22nd, I told you. October 22nd, 2016, I told you. I got a class coming up. It's $49 a week. The cost of dinner to teach you how to do what I do that's arguably quadrupled my business. Arguably 10 times what I made at Chase. I didn't make bad money. And you know, Julia, you know the numbers behind the numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
To say I'm killing it is an understatement.
Yes, ma'am.
And it comes from showing up every day, being authentic, sharing knowledge, and being consistent. You can literally count on the hands the days that I've missed. It comes from partnerships, collaborations. My people, they work together. They share each other's scopes. We know there's no competition. You share mine, I share yours. Somebody in your audience needs what I have. Somebody in my audience needs what you have. It's the same model me and Shelly been using for 1,000 years just online. And you've just got to make a choice to do something different. This is the answer to everything I told you. This is the answer to make money every day. This is the answer to promote your business every day. This is the answer to learning every day. Because there's not a day that goes by that I don't reach a woman in some part of the world that teaches me something that I did not know. Because when you teach, you learn. And when you learn, you teach. And I read, and I come on there, and I quote 1,000 times of books, and I say, y'all go get this book, and it's literally like the best virtual family in the world. But I had to get over my fear. And Shelly knows. That was... So, she loves this story right here. I hated video. I told him, I don't know if you heard the whole why I hated video part. But I hated video. And so Portia is my brand manager. She had been telling me to get on video forever, and I ignored it. So went to dinner with Roberto and Warren, and they didn't just challenge me to get on video. They started harassing me, like texting me every day, make a video today and send it. Make a video today and send it. So the first day I ignored them, like, ooh, they'll give up. So the second day, they're like, oh, day 2, you didn't send a video yesterday. Today you owe 2. I'm like, oh, 2 videos. So and this is no lie. You know when you do something that you don't want to do, and you in rebellion. Baby, I got on that video looking like a modern day Harriet Tubman. I
saw that video.
I know you started.
I saw, oh.
And I was angry. I had this, you gonna eat your cornbread look on your face. And I wanted to scare everybody away from that video because I'm doing this video under duress. And I was so nervous that the second video you saw I started putting glasses on. I was so nervous that I would blink so hard. The whole video, and when I was thinking of something, I would roll my eyes.
I was praying for you
in the back of my head.
Yeah, I said something ain't right.
So I said, you know what? I can't quit. So what I started to do was every day when I dropped Hope and Faith off at school, I would not allow myself to go back home until I'd done a video. That's why I started coming on at 7:30 in the morning. In the McDonald's parking lot. I would drive to McDonald's, I would get my cup of coffee, and I'd be like, whoo! Okay, girl. And some days that video didn't start till 9 o'clock. I'd be like, now, girl, you sleeping? You got to go and do this video, girl, where you can go home and take a nap. But that was my Jedi mind trick. I would not allow myself. I wouldn't. And that's why when I started teaching, look at Sanyo laughing so hard at me. I know it. That's why when I started teaching it, it was important for me, for my class to be like family. Because other people can help you get places you can't get by yourself. And they help each other get places that they couldn't get by themselves. And that's the truth. You know, from a support perspective, from a girl I understand, even from a helping you build your hearts and helping you build your following. It's just been an amazing experience to be able to help people get over that, which, you know, I struggle with. I struggle with it. I did. And I made some boo-boos along the way, but, you know, the biggest thing was just to keep going. And now it's so fun and so funny. And you would think you need a full face of makeup to show up. You don't. You would think, look at us. You know now. And she learned that too. She's like, let me get my hair done. Let me get my makeup. That's not the expectation. And as a matter of fact, the audience now, and I know I'm speaking for y'all, the audience now expects you to come as you are. And to see the shift in business back to something that my sister Shelly has always just been real and authentic and just wanting to serve. And when you show up every day and just serve, the rest happens, the magic happens. People know you have a heart for them. They know you want to help them. Hey, I make money, but guess what I do? What I fuss at y'all about? Y'all money. Y'all gonna make some money? Come on, let's go. It's too much money out there for you not to be making it. And so when people understand that your success and their success is tied together, it's just such a good thing. And this is what women, look at my baby over there crying, but this is what women are missing. I'm talking about you, boo. I'm talking about you. Oh, okay. You just sniffing, okay. But it's the collaboration and the partnership and the ability to do what you wouldn't otherwise. I'm blessed. Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't matter what business we're in.
Oh, it doesn't.
Any business.
It works for any business. I got people that make jewelry. I got people that publish books. I've got people that sell jewelry. I've got people who are coaches, speakers. I've got people who are multi-level marketing. If you look at Gloria Mayfield Banks, who is arguably one of the most powerful, if you don't know who Gloria Mayfield Banks is, she's Mary Kay, but she's also her own brand. If you don't know who she is, look her up. Stormy Wellington, who's ISO-T now, used to be Organo Gold, but also her own brand. These are women in the multi-level marketing business that are killing it, and they're all on live stream. Gloria's on live stream. Stormy Wellington's on live stream. This grows your team. I got a couple of Cincy people who are on my team. Well, who else do I have?
But girl, does furniture.
I got people who do distressed furniture, do it yourself, you name it. Because this is about being able to press a button, and based on what I name my video, people will come. Oh, I'm a do-it-yourselfer. Let me see. It's just like the television. You don't know every single show that's on television. What do? You flip the channels. It's the same thing. It's like being able to make your own commercial every day. Sandy?
What if you go on today selling jewelry and you go on tomorrow doing a class for this and you go on tomorrow? Does that get confusing to the people?
Well, that's, to me, that's social media 101, period. You got to have brand clarity. If you're on Facebook today selling tea, and tomorrow you're selling wraps, and the next day you're selling beauty products, people are going to start to look at you some kind of way, regardless. That has nothing to do necessarily with these. You know, there's a book, I think it's by Jack Trout, called The Immutable Laws of Marketing. That's one of them. It's people got to know what you stand for. And if you don't stand for something, people are not going to just fall for anything. And that's the truth. And that's another thing that has helped my following grow, is the consistency. I talk about women and I talk about money. And if men want to sign up, that's cool too. But I'm not really talking about you, bro. But the knowledge is the same. And they do sign up and they come. And they sit there and they listen because the strategies are great. And the zeal and the drive to generate more revenue, they're all for it. But when it's all said and done, I talk about women, I talk about money. I have for as long as I remember, and I don't plan on changing. And that's one of the things that keeps you consistent.
I just want to say, you brought several of them into tears in those classes. Several of them men are so touched because they're able to be a part of this. It wasn't just one guy crying. There's been several of them just so overwhelmed with being able to be filled up with this stuff.
It's truly in the pursuit of knowledge. Everything we do is, can we build deeper bonds? Can we find more information? Can we challenge ourselves to stretch? And then having somebody to believe in you to say, look, I know you can do it. And I don't take no for an answer. I don't take it. And you may say, oh, it's a lot of people in their class. She not going to see me. That's a lie. That's all right, Julia. I see you when you sleeping. I know when you're awake. I see you when you eat. I call you out. I inbox you and ask you why you wasn't in class today. Baby, I got a memory, and if you asked me a question last week, and as many classes as I've had and as many questions as I've had asked me, since you asked me that question, I'm going to ask you why you asked me that same question again. I'm not understanding what you didn't understand about the first question. And it is tough. But it's for a reason. This is our legacy. This is our generational wealth. And what makes me cry is women in poverty, women working jobs they hate, women sleeping in their cars, women struggling to pay their bills when God gave you a right hand and he gave you a left hand. Come on, show it to me, y'all.
Yeah.
Let me see what you got. You got a right hand and you got a left hand. And as long as you got this, you can make as much money as you can conceive how to, and I just want y'all to get it. I just want you to get it. That if you woke up this morning and your bank account didn't agree with you, it was a temperature and not a phone number, right? Get that. Hold on, let it sink in. Because this morning in Houston it was 56.
Or shoe size.
Or shoe size. Or an Antarctic temperature, -13. And not a phone number. It is your fault. We live in a land of free commerce. And what that means is if you don't have the knowledge to build that bank account, go get the knowledge. But nothing exonerates you. And I tell y'all all the time, broke is a cuss word. Stop cussing yourself out. Stop saying, I can't afford. Stop saying, oh, I don't have the money to. When everybody in here has clothes on right now, agree? So that means everybody's got $49 a week. That's the truth. You do what you want to do with it. And some of you will just maybe be too afraid to grow right now. And that's okay, but you got to look at your kids and your family and your life situation, and you got to ask yourself some hard questions, and that is, do I want to change? And if the answer is yes, you got to do something different. I want you to go look at the class. It starts November 3rd at 8 p.m. If you can't make it live, We always do replays. Always, always, always. You get put in a classroom with everybody that's in the class. We teach you not just, because the number one question is, what would I say every day? If I can figure out what to say 4-5 times a day, every day, I promise you I can teach you what to say 1 time a day. The second question is, how do I talk to people without giving away the answer? Without giving away, and I teach you that too. And then the third really, really great thing is you don't have to do this by yourself. The collaboration is amazing. My first scope school ever, they still in the mix. And, oh, did I mention? You get lifetime access. I don't know another coach that does that. And let me tell you why I give you lifetime access. Live stream changes like that. So what I teach you today could be totally different this time next year. I don't want you to have to come pay me or anybody else for something you've already paid for. If I'm teaching you wealth building principles, they generally don't change. And mindset principles, they generally don't change. Success principles, they pretty much stay the same. But this live stream thing, I've had 4 different iterations of this training since I started. And the reason being, when we first started, Periscope was popping. Facebook Live wasn't doing nothing. My first class was about 90-10. 90% Periscope training and about 10% Facebook. We just glanced over it. And then Mark got through with playing with the new baby, and he said, I'm back. And I'm finna start taking over. So the second class, that's Mark, baby. Mark was like, what am I gonna do to make Facebook Live the live stream app? Taking the crown back from Periscope. So the second class was more like 70-30. The last class was more about 60-40. This class will be about 50-50. If you see they got 2 phones up, it's for a reason. It's because each one of those apps do something totally different for your business. And you really need them both. Because here's the thing. If I'm going to be brave enough to get in front of one, I might well go ahead and get in front of the other one, right? And double the size of the crowd. And then you'll see that both of them have their own little idiosyncrasies. But if you start now, you're going to be a leader and not a follower.
How does your audience plan being?
By the title names and by the shareability. Because anytime they come on, I ask them to share, and they'll get the people they share with will get a notification, and they'll say, oh, well, she's talking about this, that, and the other. And I'm going to come in. And what I've entitled today's speech is the difference between 6 and 7 figures. Because it really is. You going to networking events and you calling people on the phone, that's great. But this way you generate your leads, and then you talk to the people who are interested in what you have, versus you talking to 1 million people to see who's really serious and really interested in what you have. It's you still gonna have to get on the phone.
Say that again.
It is a big difference. This is your filter, and this is how you know they're really, really, really interested in what you have, versus you calling a phone book, which is admirable. I loved your story yesterday.
Yeah, but that was 35, 40 years ago.
And this is the difference. This is the phone book now. This is the yellow pages. And if you title your stuff right and use the right hashtags, which I teach you, they come to you. They come to you from Twitter. They come from you from Facebook. My Facebook followers have doubled. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. Oh, and I did have 3,000 followers. I now have 8, almost 9. It's on the way to tripled. And they're targeted. It's not John and cousin Jimmy and sister and auntie. It is people who have come because they're interested in what I'm saying and what I have to offer. Can you imagine having 4,000 or 5,000 targeted people who are interested in what you, not just anybody, but people who came because they're genuinely interested in what you have to do. It makes a difference. It makes a big, big difference. That's the truth. So I'm going to give you the link so you guys can go out and look at the class. The link is bit.ly/my, M-Y, money, M-O-N-E-Y, scope, S-C-O-P-E. bit.ly/my money scope. You get you, Julie. And look, here's the thing. Follow me on Periscope. I'm gonna give you my name. Do you guys y'all got your phone? After they follow me, Shelly, I'm a rep.
Thank you.
Do you guys even know? Does everybody even know what Periscope is? If you don't, download it. And in the answer to what social media platforms should I be on, I don't try to be a master of every social media platform. I believe in going on certain social media platforms and being a master on those platforms. Your target audience, if they're your age, you ain't got to worry about Snapchat as much as you got to worry about live stream. And that's just, I leave the Snapchat over with the children. I'm not snapping and I'm not chatting. But I do spend my time and energy where it matters. If you want to follow me on Periscope, okay, it's at Wealth Speaker. And so let me tell you just this one last thing. Facebook Live ain't going nowhere because Facebook ain't going nowhere. If you look at the number, and I think one of you guys quoted the numbers, the majority of the people on the planet, as it relates to social media, are on Facebook. Period. That's where everybody is. So Facebook Live ain't going anywhere. Now, there's rumors of Google buying Twitter. And if Google buys Twitter, that will make Google Periscope's great granddaddy. You got to know who the lineage is in the social media world. And that will make the Periscope videos just as searchable as the Facebook videos. You got to know. And then live stream, the next move is YouTube Connect, because YouTube has its own live streaming platform. That's going to be my third place I go take over. Because if I'm going to do 2 videos, I might as well do 3. And my team's working to put some of the old videos. So think about it hard. You know, I know you may say, oh, $49 a week, but I promise you, with everything you're going to get, in addition to lifetime access, you're not going to see anything else like this on the planet. And you need it. So bye, y'all. See y'all later.
Congratulations.